My name's Aurora, and in this channel, I show my figure collection. Now, I have been away for a while. I did go and visit family, but Christmas did come by, and Santa was very generous with me this year. I have so many new figures to show you guys, so I'm very excited to go through them all at some point with you. But for today's video, I am going to showcase one of the figures that I did mention before on my channel, and that would be Nezuko from the Ichiban Kuji collection. So this is the figure I was speaking about on one of my videos when I was reviewing the other Nezuko from the Ichiban Kuji collection. I dare to say this is the first prize figure that they've come out with where Nezuko is in her demon state. I was really excited when they came out with this figure, especially like Ichiban Kuji is one of my favourite brands. And yeah, talk a little bit about the box. So with my last review of the Ichiban Kuji Nezuko figure, price C, and funny enough this is a price C too, I didn't like how much bigger the box was compared to the figure. Like, it was unnecessarily big, and I think like it wasn't good for the environment as well. So I'm really happy that with this figure, the box is just the right size for the figure. It fits her in, it protects her as well. So that was something I really liked about this box. Lovely designs on the side with a Demon Slayer logo. You've got the Ichiban Kuji, Demon Slayer, and the Bandicoot logo, as well as Bandai, and then the price C figure. And then at the back, you've got the website. To note with Ichiban Kuji, being a huge fan of them, I do hate the fact that they don't have stickers on their figures. Really scary to buy from them sometimes because I think I've mentioned before, like, I buy from eBay. I have bought from websites like official figure websites before, but to this day those figures have not arrived yet. So that's why I go on eBay, and I mean, this figure came immediately. But with Ichiban Kuji, the way I find out if it's the authentic figure or not is just having a look at the back of the box. Does it have the website? If it does, chances are it's authentic. I don't even know if they do bootlegs of this figure, but you never know. Another thing I like to mention is there's no cover. You can, yeah, I was a bit confused, but I suppose, going back to the whole it's not environmentally friendly the way they did their last box. I guess like not having the plastic here isn't really too much of a big deal because I mean Nezuko's already like packed it in with this plastic here, so I suppose there wasn't any need for like a screen, so I suppose that's why they did it. But with that said, let's just get her opening up. So let's begin with the base, and here it is. I like it, but I hate it. To begin off, I love the fact that it's a triangle. I prefer this kind of base over like circular base, just because this can fit into a corner, and the figure's nicely fitted at the back, and it's not awkward like a circular base would be. So I do prefer the base for the shape of it. It kind of has a mirror effect in a way. I've cleaned it off, but it did have a mirror effect just a moment ago. And the reason why I cleaned it off was because you could see all the fingerprints. Yeah, I don't like the fact that you can see the fingerprints. And another thing is, I'm not a fan of black bases, just because, in my opinion, black bases kind of dull the figure down. But we're just going to see how the figure looks with a black base. At the back here, it says Bandai Spirits made in China, so that's a good sign. And here's Nezuko herself. I love it. There's some weight to the figure, not a lot. There's definitely weight down the bottom here. But apart from that, the figure's not very heavy. but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. This figure's from the scenes where Nezuko is fighting Daki. An amazing fight, I must say, because we finally get to see Nezuko in a different form. You get to really see how strong Nezuko is and what her blood art is all about, and how she regenerates. So it's a very interesting fight to watch. So to start off, the base is of a brown beige colour, I would say. It circles around Nezuko's foot and out to follow along with Nezuko's kick. Nezuko's kimono is ripped here at the back, but it is also ripped around the sides, or the Nezuko's waist, and as you can see, there's also blood painted on the side of Nezuko's waist. And basically this was after Nezuko was chopped in half by Daki, as well as her leg, and regenerated a foot. And then as we go up, this is something I probably didn't mention with my previous Ichiban Kuji review of Nezuko, but I really didn't like the fingernails of the figure. And meanwhile, the fingernails for this figure are beautiful. With the other Ichiban Kuji Nezuko figure, I felt like the nails were very like bulky, like they were a bit too thick for the hands. So I really liked how Nezuko's hand looks really skinny and slim. Yeah, I really like how they did the hands this time round compared to the other Nezuko figure. And then the hair, well, it's just wild. It's just all over the place. One thing to point out though is that they're so delicate. So the plastic is soft, so obviously the hair wouldn't snap off. So beware with the hair. Everything else, the dress, the foot as well. Everything else, even her hands are a little soft as well, and her fingers too. They move a little bit. But then this hand doesn't. But everything else, it's pretty solid. And then to move on with the best bit, the face. I love the face. I think she looks really cool. I love how bright her eyes are and how evil she looks. It's really a good figure. However, my con to this figure is that I wish they put some detail on the horns. The horns had like black lines, which kind of gave it like a diamond broken kind of look. And then she'd have lines just below her horn on her face. And they didn't add that. I mean, they added the lines around her eye, but they didn't do that for the horn. But that's just my little pet peeve about this figure. But apart from that, the figure looks great. I do have an extra piece to show, but I just want to commentate on. This is the first time I've had a figure with a black base, because I avoid black bases. Like, I hate black bases. But this is the first figure with a black base that I've had, and I like it. The other piece, I don't know what it is about, but we're gonna see. Oh, cool. Okay. I've seen statues where they always have like something to like put next to it. I do apologize. I don't know what it says, but this is the stand piece. And it goes right next to Nezuko. You can have the figure standing without this base, like this, but I like to have my bases underneath, just to avoid like any damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will have some close-ups so you guys can see the figure a lot better than what I probably showed to you over the video. I'm very glad I'm doing this again. Please support the channel, and I'll see you next time.